Okay, this is a replay of TD-8 for the Object 260 using an M-18 Hellcat. I need 5 times my hit points. I need to win the battle and survive the battle to get with honors. It's a Tier 7 battle, Tier 6 Hellcat TD on Redshire. So during the count in, I look at what I've got. A bunch of TDs. I'll let you see what I was seeing. Normally I go to the 0 line, but I'm in an M-18 Hellcat. It's a very soft tank, so I don't want to play punchy face. I will go up to the middle, which is also a good choice for TDs, especially TDs with turrets. And by the middle I mean around F4 or so into these trees, kind of right about where the E25s are. Those E25s are going to press on into the cap. You'll see what happens there. We got an ELC that YOLOs down the middle. I'm going to look right. This is going to be free hit points. I need about 2850 for the mission. I'll take him down, get about half his hit points. And I'm going to back off because I don't want to get thumped by anyone that's in the middle there that can actually see up on the ridge. However, once they get a little further about where that M4 is, you will no longer have shots on their side either. So I checked that real quick. I don't have it. I'll move up here into these trees. One of them's knocked down, which ends up helping me. Got some good cover. Hellcat's got great camo. I've also got my camo net on, binocs. So now I'm just starting to look at all the tanks that I can start working on. I mentioned the E25s to go to the middle. You can see what's going on there. I'll see this KV-13 and take a snapshot. Kind of a fleeting shot, but you're never going to make that shot if you don't try. Got a Su-100Y that's going to poke a couple times over here. I can't see him right now because he's behind that rock. E25s are holding their own, but they're about to get YOLO'd. Still looking at the 100Y. I can't get a shot. I got a JP coming in. I think I actually get a highlight on him, but I don't quite get a shot. Oh, that'll be a little bit later. So they're getting pushed hard. Here comes a Cromwell. I considered going in there to help him, but more than likely I'd have wasted myself doing that. It's a very thin-skinned tank, and there was a lot of them. And what happens now is I got a 100Y that wants to come out in the middle of nowhere. Gonna get a couple, 3 shots on him. He doesn't start backing up the first time he gets hit, so he's going to eat 2 more in here. We'll end up killing him. Somebody else hits him as well, I believe. And there he goes. Yeah, the AT-8 got him. Alright, so I'm watching the cap. It's not an emergency yet, and I noticed that the 3 guys over on the west side actually have shots, so they're working the cap. This AT-8 gets worked on. I actually bounced that Cromwell, which is not ideal. I get a shot here on him. Kind of back off the hill just to make sure I'm not completely exposed. He's going to come after me. He kills my engine, which I think I'm in trouble now because this is not really a brawling tank, but I get some help. I take a hit from the east. I'll back off the ridge so I don't take any more unnecessary hits. Noticing the cap, there's still somebody on there. However, he's still getting worked on by the guys on the west side, so I'm not that concerned with it. It was not ideal knocking down a tree. That kind of lets them know I'm still messing around up here. I'm sure they suspect it, but that confirms it if they're watching. And then I've got this 3002M. I get some hit points off of him. I'm getting close to the 2850 I need. It's about the point where I notice it and say, man, I need another 500. I'll back off. He gets behind some buildings, I believe, right there between he and I. I'm going to move back up into this cover. See if I can start finding more targets. Again, I considered getting down in the middle, but I realized there were still probably some guys up on that ridge. The ELC and the 100Y being especially troublesome for me. Kind of a lucky shot there. I was actually aiming at whatever was blocking in between he and I. The shot went a little high and ended up hitting him. I'm at 2622 and I know I'm about 200. One shot with a high roll with this thing. So I just got to figure out how to get one more shot in. Now looking at the center and I figure, you know what, I think they're all probably down in there at this point. There's only 4 left and they appear to all be there except the 100Y. So I'm taking a bit of a chance that he's not going to nuke me right here, but I need to get that extra hit in. Good depression on this gun. looking through the edge of all these dead tanks, and I'll put a shot on him. I actually get blocked by the Cheeto. Fortunately, the guy was aiming at the Cheeto and not me, so I'll punish him for missing. He backs off, and all we've got is the AT-8. I didn't really need to back off this much. I was concerned the 100Y was going to come back over. Being a little bit timid right here, but I've got the 3100, which I've got my mission done. If I'd have pushed in here, taken a nice aim shot, I'd have got this kill. Ended up getting hit by the Cheeto, so kind of my fault. Bad play in there at the end. Very timid. I think I'm going to go back around the other side and look for this 100Y, but he actually shows up right here. And I'll end up with the last shot and kill. There you go. TD-8 for the object, 260. 5 times your TD's hit points and damage.